Yeah, good morning, everyone. Ooh, YouTube Live. What's up, man? I'm
What
Adam.
is
That's
this?
Will. We're on
Hey,
YouTube,
everybody.
man. YouTube.
Podcast. It's not podcast live.
I believe it's called a radio show. Are we on a radio show?
Love this.
Nobody knows
I
what
don't know
it
if
is, man.
I don't know if you've seen this availability before. I
What's that?
love it.
The hearts. Dude, I'm telling
That's
you,
my
this
brother.
weekend
My brother's always laughing.
when I have some time, dude, I'm gonna figure it out. We're gonna have like masks on next week, man. I'm gonna be like a unicorn, and you can be
All
like
right.
a bear. All right,
No,
before we get
I
into this,
told you
man,
I
because
wanted to
I know
be a
we're gonna talk
chameleon.
about some stocks. Let's get into the disclaimer. Everybody, stay safe out there. This is options trading. It is risky. Remember, never do what McBrides say. McBrides are always wrong. So do your research, right? Do your research.
Yes.
But talk about
Look look to
winners and
spread your
losers.
risk. Yep.
Winners and losers, man. I heard there were some big time losers yesterday and some big time winners. What do you got for us, man?
Well,
Anything, dude?
the winners were the losers if you were short. I don't know how many longs won yesterday.
Right. That's
Maybe
what
the double shorts.
the winners
The
were the losers. Oh,
VXX. So let's take a look at the first one you were asking about. I didn't look at it this morning. This was a stock that our beloved father had worked for 34, 35 years. Loved that job. UTX, United Technologies.
yep.
We were looking at a horrible accident, elevator accident yesterday.
Escalator.
Oh, sorry. Otis Elevator is a division of United Technologies and happens to be one of the largest escalator manufacturers in the world. And our early morning research showed three large manufacturers of escalators, Otis being one of them, a UTX division, then Hyundai being the other in South Korea. I don't think North Korea would have anyone who can manufacture an escalator. Is that correct? It's a good guess, right? Saying South Korea. The last being a European entity. But so,
Schindler.
anyways, someone sent us which which I've come to think was false
Oh,
after
really?
looking at the. Well, I looked at. Well, I'll show you the escalator accident yesterday. If
Right.
you look at this is the bottom of the escalator.
Uh huh.
That what was shown to us yesterday. There's no way you could have seen the bottom of the escalator. That Otis.
No, I think that photo they sent us was of the one next to it. Was the one that was going up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
see that? It's good we get back on the morning and discuss these things because I
It's
was going to
funny though.
look
It
to.
didn't pop up in the news. Obviously, nobody in the newsroom really cared who was the manufacturer of the escalator. But anyway, so what did it? I mean, I saw no news on it yesterday that
Well, if you'd
anywhere about who the manufacturer was. It was surprising to me. But
if you had reacted in the pre-market and got short on that little bit of invite, you would have been up
winner.
6%. It was down 6% yesterday, but the market, remember, the drag over the overall market was
Right, it was the
significant.
overall
So
market. It didn't have anything to do with that escalator accident.
I,
Right, that
I
was
would
just the
say
market.
probably not. And remember, it's a division within a large entity. So unless escalators start doing mad dashes like that,
Supposedly, that's
all
the real risk when it comes to AI, man. Escalators, dude. Nobody thought about that. The escalators just start eating our children.
well, to be honest, I would have never imagined such an event happening. I
Incredible.
mean,
It was
it's
absolutely
the
incredible, man.
it's
I
the
mean, I've
beauty
seen
of.
ones before. There was one terrible one. I don't know where it was, somewhere in Asia or China, where it was a worker's error. They hadn't properly screwed down the like base, like where you get off of the thing. I guess it's like a piece of metal or something, and they hadn't screwed it properly, and somebody stepped
Oof.
on it, and it just opened up, and they like literally fell in and just got like ground up. Like that's like, you know,
Well,
I've seen
talking
that
about
one, but obviously, how long we've been living with escalators? That's one every 40 years, But still crazy. That was crazy to see,
speak
though.
speaking about AI and technology, the next I wanted to talk about Microsoft. They had earnings yesterday. Remember, we are deep in the heart of earnings season.
Yep.
We'll take a look at the calendar later just to see how many are coming out. So they beat. They're up in the pre-market. All the reports out of the the news media are quite. I mean, everything's moving in the stock, in the company. LinkedIn's adding to revenue. I mean, some real interesting things going on. So I just wanted everyone to take a.
Their leadership is better, a lot better than it was.
You talk about quality leadership change. You're right.
Yeah.
But
Even
the one thing I want
you
people
even
to,
like the new Skype ringtone, don't you? You're happy with that ringtone.
I do. They're doing good things with Skype. I'm not even sure what Azure is, but supposedly Azure is adding to the bottom line.
This is what I love. When there are companies and there's like, our Azure product is fantastic. And you're like, who uses it? And you talk to every one of your friends and nobody's even heard of the thing. Yeah, businesses, everybody's like, what is that? And there it is, man. It's a fantastic product.
And imagine when it really is known.
Well, it was like that. What were we talking about? Grub the other day. I'm like, and you've never ordered from Grub. Nobody I know's ordered from Grub. And it's like, well, what is this? If nobody's actually used it,
I think you have to be in an urban market, an American or European urban market to use that product.
Yeah,
I think so. And a lot of people, I think, even use it just to. I've noticed the only times I've been drawn to it on my phone is for reviews, and you have to be a member to review. So
restaurants and stuff.
Yeah, to read the review.
Oh, to read the reviews.
So I think that may be part of the way they pull people in and start getting them to order is they've moved up in the social world reviewing products, so they appear. When I'm looking for reviews, they jump up at times. So anyways, back to the
still hasn't motivated you to actually make a purchase of pizza on Grubhub.
I am.
So all of that effort, and you'll get on there, you'll sign up to read the reviews, but you won't actually buy a pizza, dude. You won't spend the $20.
Hold on. For everyone who can't tell, I am almost bordering 300 pounds. The last thing I need to do is order more food on Grubhub. Have stuff delivered to me. I mean, I get enough boxes being on my front porch to give me a little bit of exercise going out to get them. The last thing I need is fat food being dropped off. An account. So let's quit the chit chat and just get looking at this Microsoft or something we may want to do. So I went from the Microsoft over to the earnings option strategies and started. This is a tool that we haven't really talked about using the selected time frame, but I just thought it's interesting, and with all these earnings coming up, to use this tool when you're doing your research on stocks you want to look for plays in, is using this selected time frame.
Right.
So I just selected the day after earnings, which would be today, and 2 days after, and you see selling out of the money calls. This is the one I really want you to look at as we go forward. Keep your eye on this. So has a 17% average return, 9 of 11. Nothing here pops up other than this, and just keep going through it. You change the time frame. 9 of 11, 51. Nothing's changed in here.
Right, just gives you some alternatives to take.
And this was the one that popped out.
Look at that
at
one.
me.
That's a winner chicken dip. That's a guaranteed win.
Now,
look at that. It's won every time. That means it's going to win every time, man.
The risk is unlimited, right? You sell those out of the money. That out of the money calls is the 25 delta, 30 delta, whatever.
Yep.
So you have to be very aware. The one thing is the binary event, the earnings has happened.
Right.
So what can it react to? The market ripping up from here, more people wanting to acquire Microsoft because of what they've read about earnings. But what's that's going to happen today, maybe tomorrow. The flow of capital in is going to be how much money's flowing back into the market, and we're still in a pretty volatile period. So just something to look at and a tool to use that is very helpful.
Interesting.
Now, for all those coming back, in the next 15-minute session on Facebook, I've got something on a really interesting look at a trade we did in our beloved Tesla.
Ooh.
And I also have.
Are you going to show us how we could have been billionaires, man? Because I hate seeing those trades.
All right, you don't have to come to Facebook to see the trade.
No, we'll explore that.
I won't show it.
No, you're going to show it on Facebook, my friend.
I'm out.
So
I'm out.
Yeah, I'm out. I know.
No Facebook for you.
If you had just thrown $1,000 on this trade, you'd be worth $2.5 billion today.
Let's just say the return is better than 3%.
Ooh. All right, everybody. That's awesome, Will. We're going to pop over there onto Facebook. We'll see you all there. Remember to click the subscribe button. Click that little bell, and you get a bing, bing in the morning when we're on. And have a great day trading, everyone.
Love you.